Shalom. Before we go give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash.
We'll say double honors to our apostles and elders, very great millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. So, starting this week of March off, we had a lot of information released this week in regards to scriptures, in regards to the believers. You teach this word, if you believe in this word, if you upload lessons, if you do videos, etc. The scriptures talk about a family of the word, and they're more steps closer to it. And of course, they're going to use the anti-Amalek rhetoric to try to push that. That's what it's all. That's who's really behind all this for you people to understand. Okay, it's really them, because the what threat does the Bible pose? Well, they're trying to tell us that the Bible poses a threat to the new way of thinking. First and foremost, we got the LGBT, which the Bible condemns. Second of all, you got the wicked elite, which are the wicked Amalekites, and the Bible condemns them, and it exposes their true agenda, and it calls them out for being the fake people from the tribe of Judah, first and foremost. But that's what they're doing. Now they're starting in Canada, right? They got these bills that they're going to pass to try to ban Bible usage if you're preaching the Bible, because up there you have a religious exemption that you can actually use as a defense in court if you offend somebody's feelings or whatever it is. If you don't allow homosexual marriage, if you don't allow such things like that, you know what they'll do? You can say, well, look, according to my spiritual beliefs, that's my religious exemption. That's what it is. Well, they're looking to try to get rid of that. And also, they did that during the lockdown, right? A lot of people are still able to work because they passed that exemption. Well, they're trying to do rid of that too. So the Bible is under attack. Okay, truth is under attack, and this is how they do it. Let me pull it up real quick. The heading and all.
So this the article title is entitled "Canadian Bill Will Remove Religious Exemptions from Hate Speech Laws." Critics warn Christians saying quoting scriptures could be criminalized if legislation passes. All right, and it says lawmakers in Canada are considering legislation which, if passed, could criminalize the act of quoting scriptures in defense of biblical marriage, sexuality, and other Christian views. The proposed bill C-367, currently under review in the House of Commons, will repeal religious exemption in Section 319 of the Canadian Criminal Code, which critics say could open up Christians and other religious groups to hate speech charges over any comments or criticism of the LGBT movement.
Right, so again, they're trying to do away with the defense of, I'm a believer of the Bible, so this is why I may deny you all same-sex marriage. Oh, I'm a believer of the Bible, so this is why I'm going to come and preach to y'all that, y'all need to repent, X, Y, Z. If you hurt one of their feelings and they called the cops, they couldn't really touch it because they say, okay, he exercising his freedom of speech. He believes in the Bible. It's his religion. He's quoting scriptures. They're trying to do away with that. Meaning, as a Christian or as a believer, you could be criminalized for teaching the word, teaching the Bible. Because teaching the truth, some of y'all brothers give me Jeremiah 5, I believe about fire and wood. No, that's Jeremiah. Chapter 9. Fire and people would. Because we live in a world full of lies, and this truth, when it comes out, it pricks the heart of these people who's doing evil, right? And you want those people silenced so that you can carry on about your day and your wickedness and not feel, any type of remorse about it. So just us being out here teaching upsets the LGBT, upsets Amalek. Why? Because they know that what we stand for and what we're teaching is against their belief. What we're teaching is there's absolutely sheds the light on the small hatters. Because if you acknowledge us, you're going to have to acknowledge our doctrine. And what we're telling you is that the real Jews today are Negroes. So then the question asks, well, who the hell are these people? And that's why they pushing for this. Because in that section, it also tells you about anti-Amalek. Okay, they say hate speech and anti-Amalek. It's always about them because they're the ones behind them. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They're the ones behind it. Right? They're just using the Rainbow Coalition as a front.
Cover up.
Just like the Black Lives Matter movement. You people don't realize George Soros, Amalekite, who funded that with the sole purpose of pushing the LGBT agenda in our community.
Right.
Because it went from being about so-called justice, justice for the injustice for so-called black people to social injustice for LGBT people. Where did that come from?
Right.
Where did that come from? That's funded. It's all about them. They work in the shadows, and for them to work in the shadows and be successful, they have to pass these laws to prohibit speech.
Appreciate it.
All right, and if I could just say just real fast, and Amalek talking about some anti-Semitism. First off, is Shem. Like, there's no such thing as a Semite. It's Shem. And second off, you're not the only Shemitic nation. Now, yeah, Esau Edom is a Shemitic nation. You know, he come out of Abraham, Isaac. Okay, guess what? So what now? Kind. And plus, not only that, hey, you the damn devil. You might are literally Satan in the flesh. You know, like there's nothing righteous about you at all. Even if you try, you still wicked as hell. And that's how Yahweh Shemel Shah made you. You know, shit. Moab is a Shemite. Ammon is a Shemite. Elam is a Shemite. Ishmael is a Shemite. Who else? Midian is a Shemite. All right. What the hell?
Yes. This is the book of Jeremiah.
That's right.
This is the book of Jeremiah 5 and verse 14. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, God power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them."
Right. So now they're talking about physical, not yet, but right, it's talking about spiritual. Right? Somebody grab me Hebrews 4 and 12. You got it?
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do.
Right. So the scripture tell you everything is naked before him. Right. You give me, I think it's Ephesians 6. Put on the whole armor. So this word we're preaching, and we've been telling you people this, that eventually they're going to come after these scriptures, okay? Which means they're going to come after us. Because the Bible is just a book. It can't speak by itself. But those who preaching it fearlessly before our enemies, that's a problem. You don't know why that's a problem? Because that's an act of faith. That's a problem. It's just like everybody knows the bug's life with the situation with the grasshopper and the ant. And the guy said, basically they was like, why we keep bothering these ants? We don't need them. And he was like, yeah, but there was that one ant that stood up to me, and there was like, oh, just one ant. So he had to make an example. I think he hit him with an acorn or something like that.
Yeah.
Then he opened the thing, and they all fell.
Right.
And he basically said, if one of them stands up, first of all, they outnumber us. And if one of them stands up to us, then they all will. The reason why he said that it's unacceptable that one stand up, because that's an act of faith, right? Because in the end of the day, they know if we don't regulate this, we could lose, right? That's how Esau Edom is. When they look at this truth, they're saying, if we don't regulate this and shut this down, when we come with our agenda, it's gonna result in us having to do more work than necessary. You know what I mean? Because they're wanting little to no resistance as possible. They're coming with the plan. They ain't stopping. That's not gonna change. But they need little resistance as possible. And the people who stand in the way of that, first and foremost, are those who teach this word, who teach the Bible, because really this is faith right here. And in the land of Satan, the world of Satan, faith can't exist. How can faith exist in the land of Satan? He's got to flesh that out. And that's why we say we're really the number one target, those who teach this word.
Con, I did have a precept for me after I read the Ephesians. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, and above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh.
All right, the sword of the Spirit. So our weapon, what is the word of Yahweh? This word of Yahweh, preached to these people, is like fire in their wood. It's the sharpening any two-edged sword, cutting even the heart, right, down to the spirit. You see, this is our weapon. That's why that's the problem, right? This is a problem for Esau Edom, because we're operating in the spirit, and the spirit always triumphs the carnal. Esau has one method of getting his way, a way that it's been using. I'm gonna use my sword. Well, I'm gonna put fear in them. I'm gonna threaten them for their life. What if they're not afraid to lose their life? Then we got a problem on our hands. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna pass legislation, false flags, anything to make it seem like we, the Israelites, are a national threat.
Right, and if I can say as well, they got this certain type of technology where they can just put you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, see, we got you on camera doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Yeah, it's called deep fake.
Yeah, and AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the AI voices. I mean, they can pretty much download anybody's voice. And since they already watch our videos anyway, it's nothing for them to just play our voice on a robot, and the robot start talking like you know, and say like, oh yeah, we're gonna meet at this time, yada yada yada, and we're gonna meet at this time with guns, you know, just any type of shit that Esau can blame us for, because the world always trying to blame the Israelites for something. Like they trying to always make you out to be the problem, but really the main problem on the earth is you Edomites, okay, you so-called white people, because wherever it is that you go, death follows you, okay, everybody dies, right?
That's real quick, you know, because brothers just touching on us having the faith. You know, because what Yahweh Shah told us, we gotta have the faith of the size of a mustard seed. It's in Matthew chapter 17 and verse 20. And Yahweh Shah said unto them, because of your unbelief, for I verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, nothing shall be impossible unto you, you know. And I go into this, and I heard brothers go into it at the same time, you know, because, you know, mountains can represent governments, you know. And us having this faith in Yahweh Shini outside the size of a mustard seed, hey, we moved this devil, okay? Nothing else that we was involved in, fucking Islam, all this other religions and stuff like that our people was trapped up in, the Black Panther Party and stuff. None of that moved Esau to the point to start going with these bills and promote these bills, man. Okay?
What's good?
But now that the Israelites on the highways and byways, they're just proclaiming the truth. Okay? this devil is making these laws and legislations to silence the truth, man. Okay? We moved this devil. Okay? We moved this mountain. Alright? So this devil is by all means necessary is trying to stop this truth from coming out. But guess what? This truth has been on the four corners of the planet, man. Well, it's still spreading. Alright? Because the elect has to be woken up.
Right? This is the power of faith, and this is the power. So you see, this is what our strength is, and it's proof that it works. You understand? What's getting these Edomites riled up? It's what we're doing. We don't need no guns and no weapons and nothing like that. We don't need to march. We don't need to do nothing of that. Just having understanding of these scriptures is a problem for the society. It's a problem for this world. So we seeing the impact of it. But you know, the Lord let us know everything that is required with this child, basically. Everything the Lord went through, we're going to go through. The Lord was being chased down because of his message. They're going to come chase him down. He already told us what to expect. So when the scriptures talk about the famine coming, we know that it's here. You know, and we believe that they're going to push through this year. Okay, because you're in 2024, they're already talking about doing a whole lot this year, man. A lot is happening. It's only, we ain't even fully 3 months in yet, right? So that famine is coming, man. They're going to push these laws. Yeah, it may be in Canada now, maybe in the UK now, but it's going to come over here. You know?
And that's how the Lord play it, you know. The Lord have it happen else places, you know, just to foreshadow what's going to come here. You know, like you have civil war happening in these other countries. You know, these simple-minded Babylonians be like, that would never happen here. What the Lord is doing, he is showing you what's going to come here, man. Okay? Civil war is imminent, man. It's going to happen. They show you in these movies, man.
Yeah.
And if I may add, it's not a coincidence that they, you know, right, they put that movie out about the Civil War in this country. And what? Or 25 states is talking about they in support with Texas, you know, so it's easy to see how it can happen.
Conflict after conflict.
That's right. I got to appreciate it. It's Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, Barakah, and I will not meet thee as a man. As our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. The Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wrought with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, and thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, that thou art given into pleasures that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am, and then that's besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for thy great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none is beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
All right, so that's a prophecy against Babylon the Great, which is America, and it's going to happen. It's happening as we speak. Everybody it knows that things will never go back to what it was before. Things ain't going back to how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't going back to the good old days. Now everything's a problem. I see daily videos of really Jake and other people saying like, man, this isn't it. When are we gonna go back to the time when we can, you know, enjoy our time off? Why have to constantly think about work and money every single day? Well, that's because the devil has essentially made and mirrored his system based off of Rome, which this is Rome all over again. And in Rome, there was only two classes of people. you have rich and poor. Okay, by way of legislation and by way of of shifting the burden of the taxes from the rich to the poor, they have essentially caused the collapse of what they call a middle class. Okay? They're pushing to set up back the Roman Empire system, which is the beast system, which means that there is no democracy. Everything is going to be based off of Caesar or emperor.
Yeah, that's what they did in the, like the brother said, in the ancient world. And who was the king when Rome fell? Nero. And we already know who Nero is in the reincarnation. I mean, it's as clear as day. They even had him in the Oval Office playing the damn violin. It's like that's what Nero did when Rome was coming down. Okay.
And he was known for what? Lighting a fire and blaming the Christians.
Right.
So we already know everything is being set up. Look, Trump's gonna be in office.
That's right.
Your Nikki Haley, any other clown, Sanders, okay, they're just part of the show. And when they get their notice, they're gonna just drop out. It's just a show. Yeah, she dropped out. So she did all that talk. She dropped out. Next, Sanders, old ass, she's gonna drop out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a show. It's not about Nero.
Right. And the reason why they brought Biden in is just to basically like get everybody mad and say like, yeah, we want Trump back in office. You know, because this devil is real. You know, even though he's an idiot, he's real intelligent as far as like business. Right. Yeah, business and you know, getting privacy. Like he knows how the human psyche works. Okay. Shit, you even got people that's saying that voted for Joe Biden. A lot of them saying, yeah, Trump need to go back in office. You know, because when Trump was in office, gas prices was this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. Didn't have to pay taxes, didn't have to pay as much taxes, blah, 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 blah.
But that also shows you how gullible you American people are, because just like you just said, all the people who voted for Biden is talking about some we need Trump back in, but you same people is talking about some we need to get Trump out of office.
Right.
He's racist and all of this other stuff. But now you want him back in.
Right,
you know?
and shit, and which all of them are racist. You even had a guy, Joe Biden, talking about some, it was like some type of like recording that came out about him. Like back in the day.
He was talking to, the NAACP or something like that. Talking about some, don't y'all expect shit. We ain't doing shit for you. Don't ask for shit. That's basically what he was saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh. He even said, he was like, we already got one nigger man, we don't need another one. You know what I'm saying? He said all kind of shit. Called cockroaches.
Jim Crow Joe came out of it.
but guess what? Hey, they all the same, man. They all, like it's say in the book of Second Esdras, same eagle, different feathers. You know, so they all part of the same damn beast system.
Let's start the top.
Yeah, the top.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, and that's what we've done. Shaking the hand goes into reproving and rebuking. Saying what? That it may go into the gates of the nobles, and the gates represents the leadership, right? Before you walked into a city, you were met at the gate, and basically they knew who you were before you walked in. And whoever is now inside, it goes back to the king, you know? Just like when Abraham's on the scene and he walked into a city, they checked him out at the front, then they got word to what? The king. The king checked him out. Sarah looks nice, I want her, etc. That's how that whole thing happened. So it says, shake the hand that it may go to the gates of the nobles. So this word have reached the gates of the nobles, talking about the leadership. We made enough noise to the spirit of poverty, how about Shimei Abishai, so now they have to deal with us. Now they have to actually acknowledge us publicly. Now they have to talk about it. Right? And if they're going to paint us out to be violent or whatever the case is, they first have to at least tell the world what we're about. That we believe we're the Hebrew Israelites. And now just about everybody knows.
That's right.
So it has reached the forefront, it reached the gates of the noble. So it shows you that bringing out this word and prophesying, the Lord and the internet is doing the heavy lifting. So we don't need guns, we don't need to get carnal or nothing. We're doing exactly what we need to do right here.
That's right.
This is what's making prophecy come to pass. This is what's making time going, making short, getting short. You know, this is the evidence right here.
Back in Isaiah 47, verse 12, stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants. From thy youth they shall wander everyone to his quarter. None shall save thee.
Right? So part of that it says, stand now thou in thy enchantment. See, that's going to save you because you really do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what you people got to understand. All of this is all planned. It's all planned. It's just a plan. They planned back really in 1776. Like, you know, in American dollars, they'll have 1776. They say that's the year that the U.S. gained its independence from Britain, right? But when you do the research, you find out that was actually the beginning of the Illuminati being formed. And they have a plan, and that plan is involved with today. Okay? One name, look up Albert Pike. He was a part of the Society of Amalek, right? And he already said there's going to be 3 wars planned. The third war involving what? The State of Israel and the Islamic countries, aka going on with the Palestinians. That's what's happening. So that's showing you that one, peace was never an option, and this is all according to plan. That's what this is all about. It's about them establishing their order, their new world order. And the Lord already prophesied. So when the Lord talked about the famine of the word, which, what do y'all brothers got, right? I think Isaiah had it on.
I got it.
When it talks about it, it's just a matter of playing out. You see? So we got to observe how it's going to play out. And we got to read these articles.
God, this is Amos 8 and 11, and it reads, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. They that swear by the sin of Samaria, and say, thy power, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Bathsheba liveth, even they shall fall, and never rise up again.
Right. So that famine is coming again. Okay? It's coming. The famine of hearing the words of the Lord is coming. That's why the scriptures tell you that basically this is like a door that's open now, but it's slowly closing. To get this knowledge and understanding is slowly closing. Because in your mind, you're thinking, well, anytime I want, I'll just go and find those guys on YouTube, right? I just go downtown and find them brothers, right? I know where they at, right? But we're telling you that we're operating off the Lord's time, because the time's going to come where we ain't going to be able to come out here no more.
Right.
We ain't going to be able to teach no more. We barely can keep our YouTube channels afloat now. Got to speak in code and etc. and stuff like that, you know? Because they'll take our videos down. Here it is, you got doctors and stuff making videos about the you-know-what and who died and whatnot. I do a little response video about it, quoting scriptures, 12 views, that's enough to get taken down. I committed a crime for her. Sure, but what's the difference between what I'm saying and what they're saying? The difference is we're using the Bible. That's the problem. Now, if we just came off our own opinions and whatnot, then they'll probably let it fly. But the moment you start quoting scriptures, there's a problem. See?
Left off, and it says the proposed bill C-367, currently under review in the House of Commons, would repeal religious exemption in Section 319, the Canadian Criminal Code, which critics say could open up Christians and other religious groups to hate speech charges over any comments or criticism of the LGBT movement. Bill C-367 specifically targets paragraph 319(3)(b) and paragraph 319(3.1)(b of the Criminal Code, which prohibits any conviction on hate speech charges if, in good faith, the person expressed or attempted to establish by an argument an opinion on a religious subjection or opinion based on a belief in religious text.
Right, so right then and there, that was your defense. So if you got taken to court for charges or offended somebody for teaching the word, they will go there and they'll say, well, look, according to this in our law, you quoting scriptures and doing it out of faith, we can't charge you, you're exonerated man. They want to take that out. Meaning what? Now you can be brought up on charges. And yes, this is Canada, but look, Canada and the U.S. are physically connected. It's only a matter of time before it come over here. You see?
Yes.
Read that one.
And this is from an article, Salakia. This is from the article titled, "The Feds Gave Banks Tools to Shut Down Your Accounts If You Buy Guns or Bibles." And it's from March 7, 2024, right? And just skipping through down to the bottom, it says, in short, the same sorts of government pressures erecting from Iron Curtain around the internet are already constructing a financial social credit system like communist China inside the United States. Tedesco notes the FBI gave financial institution a document that reportedly said indicators of domestic violence, extremism, banks should monitor. Earlier hearings found Treasury Department officials told financial institutions that buying religious texts like a Bible supporting former President Donald Trump or shopping at sport goods stores flags law-abiding Americans as potential domestic terrorists.
Right, so they're trying to implement a social credit score like in China, okay? Which means that you're going to be judged off of everything you do, everything you say on the internet, online, what you buy. So they're saying now that those particular banks, they've been given the green light to start flagging and checking for purchases from their customers who buy things such as firearms and stuff, because they could be, quote, a dangerous threat. And they also included Bibles in there. Why would they do that? Well, we just read the scripture. We told you that in their eyes, a Bible is just as deadly as a gun. Now, why would that have to come across their screen? You just purchased the Bible. You just went to your Christian store and bought a Bible, and the bank flagged it. You got to watch this nigga. Like, does that make sense? It's a move. You understand? They're trying to move on the Bible and the scriptures because this world is full of evil. This world is upside down. And they're going to use the LGBT as a front, okay? Because they're coming after your children and everything like that. They're already saying you don't have rights. They're making the big push, the big move to establish this new world order, and that ultimately goes into you having zero privacy, man. Right. It's a zero privacy policy.
Right. They even said that at Pride March, you had that Sodomite was like, yeah, come and forget children. Mm-hmm. You know, like, which you already knew that was a part of the agenda the whole time. You know, because like children are the most susceptible to things like that because they are what they see. You know, right? Yeah, like brother said, sponges. Right, that was part of the agenda because it's all what population control. To keep everybody separated, you know, particularly the Israelites, because they don't want strong Israelite men raising children because they view them as a threat. Okay, so that's why they're trying to sodomize it and effeminize everything, you know, to keep everybody under control. You know, because like a man without testosterone is not a threat to anybody. You know, like you think well, I would say a transformer is a threat because, you know, you had a lot of those transformers that were shooting up schools and all that. But hey, it's all backfiring, you know.
God, I got the book of Isaiah, chapter 29. I'm starting at verse 19. It says, I'm starting at verse 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Right? So, again, like the brothers going into with this this bill, the C-367, where they're trying to persecute us and basically make us out to be criminals for teaching the Bible. Right? And the scriptures speak on us being made an offender for a word, which, you know, all we're out here doing is preaching the Bible, speaking the word, speaking the word of the Most High, bringing out prophecy, and, you know, just letting this devil know that he's going to be brought down in the coming days, right? And, you know, in order to stop that, which they can't stop the Lord's prophecies, because them doing this is a part of prophecy, right? So they just ultimately just forwarding the agenda of the Heavenly Father, right? But they think that they're going to stop us and stop the prophecies of the Lord by, you know, taking us off the streets.
Right. That's why the scripture says the Lord frustrated the tokens of liars and making diviners mad, because everything you're already playing was already written. So we already know what your plan is, and we've already called it out beforehand. We already called you out to market at least being your chip. You know that's your finals to say so. You just ain't gonna say it because then it's them. Then everybody will know. But we know that's your plan because you don't have an alternative route. You can't call audible and change it up. You got one play, and we've already called it out because the Lord already called it out, and He gave us the Spirit and opened our eyes to understand what that is.
And that's what? To be the devil, to be carnal, you know, it's to try to upset prophecy, but you really playing it to the Lord.
Right.
You know?
He already said it's going to be a famine and that you're going to come after us. We just have to watch and observe how you're doing it. And as you're doing it, we're saying, look, that's according to prophecy.
Right.
Precept to land back off of what the brother just read. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. It reads, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecute they the prophets which were before you. Right, like the brother just said, you know, this was already prophesied in the scriptures, okay? That you will be the devil that you are, thinking that you're going to stop the prophets from speaking on your modern day threats, right? But the Lord has you in a trick bag, because all you're doing is still fulfilling the prophecy either way that you look at it, okay? And you want to come up against the men who preach about the scriptures, and even to those who may listen or even want to get a Bible of their own. Maybe they never had a Bible before. Maybe they listened to somebody on YouTube, okay, say, you know what, I got to get that book.
Especially, if I may add, not to cut you off, but that 1611, a lot of our people have not even heard of it or seen it, so when they do hear passages from Baruch or Tobit or, you know, Second Ezra, it raises an alarm to them, and, oh, I never heard this in the church, let me go, where did you find it? Where did you get it? I know when I went and got mine, I had to show an ID, but I, you know, did something and made somebody else show an ID, which they end up being the enemy to me anyway, but It was just that's what they was on back then in 2014. So just imagine now, like they know that we after the truth, man.
Think about it. So it's a book, right? But the words it contain, which is the truth, that's alarming. So that'll raise a red flag. Imagine going to Barnes and Noble and checking out. You know, here it is. You can buy a witchcraft book. You can buy an anime book. You can buy a magazine. All these things means nothing. But when you check out that Bible, sorry, your bank won't allow this purchase.
And if I could add, that's a true statement because I remember I didn't have a 1611. I just had the standard King James, and I had a teaching King James Bible. And so I went to Barnes and Noble, and I was looking for the Apocrypha. So when I got in there, searched through all this hundreds of books pertaining to the Bible, I did find 2 Apocryphas. So I bought both of them. Okay. So I knew somebody just like you, brother. I gave one away, did no good, but the point being, when I went back to replace the books that I gave away, they told me they no longer had them and that I had to special order them. Okay. You see? Because they know that this word is detrimental to what they're scheming and planning.
Sluggy. Hey, even with that book, who is Esau Edom? Okay, like right, like at one point in time, the book was $5,000, but through the spirit of power, how about you now shot? They brought the price back down. You know, and I ended up getting mine for like what, $17.
Just to land back on what you're saying about how the Heavenly Father, this is the ultimate playbook, and that the rulers of the world can't do nothing outside the scriptures. This is Psalms chapter 2, starting at the top. It says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel against the Lord Yahweh, and against his anointing, saying, Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision." So you can't do nothing outside the scripture. You know, Isaiah 55:11 says he gives his word and it doesn't come back to him void. Okay? So you rulers, you know, you nobles at the gates, you can't do nothing against these scriptures. Okay?
Yeah, all you can do is fulfill because we done already called it out.
Even scoffers.
Yeah. The scriptures literally cover everything.
We learned it where they picked that dumb ass shit up at.
About finding just like serving masters. So, hey, and you know, in these times as well, you know what we're gonna see? False prophets. We're gonna see Israelites leaving. Okay. You had Kunat from Kofi a few months ago actually went back to his crypt. Okay, the crypt keeper went back to the crypt. He came out of nowhere, all the tribes are black, about to send this in order. Now he's back to sleep. And he said this is his last one. You know? So what? Does he know what's coming down the pipe and he wants to get the hell out of here? I believe that has something to do with it as well. You got Israelites looking to cash out in this thing. Okay? You got Israelites looking to cash out in this thing. And they trying to cash out with the Passover, etc. And you ain't, just like you can't go find Kunat, you ain't gonna be able to find them, man. You don't know why? Because they're bought and paid for it too. You gotta understand, the scriptures talk about Judah's goats, man. Hirelings. These guys aren't really for the sheep. They're not down for the cause. They're here to get paid. And when the time comes, they open that back gate and they squeeze out the back while the wolf comes and turns sheep up, while they get away.
If I may add, if you ever watched the video, it was a Jake action was like, man, what's going on, man? Your health and stuff like that, or you try to leave the country or something? The man said, I ain't going on. My health is 100% good. He said, I'm not traveling out the country as of yet. So, and back in his mind, he already got an escape route, man. You know? He already got an escape route to leave the country, man. But wherever he goes, judgment is going to follow him.
They believe they can escape the impending danger because they got that notice from the people. These guys, I tell you, man, they listen to cash out on this, man. When you know all shit about to go down, you want to cash the fuck out, man. Get the hell out, man. You want to make sure you got enough money. They trying to make sure they get it, man. Some way, shape, or form. They gonna use you for merchandise and gonna say, look, you need to buy this. They just about to go down, and I need to fucking go. And you following these people, you just gonna be left out the trap, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy's trying to preserve a life for what? This shit is over with, man.
You know what I'm saying? Esau's about to make the move. He's about to make the move, and the Lord let us know too. Because that's a message for you people to realize. If you're a believer, you got to accept the fact that the time is coming, man, where Esau Edom is going to start to crack it down and putting that magnifying glass on them, man. They want this to stop. They think they can offset prophecy by stopping our mouth. And they believe that if you threaten them with fear, lock them up, whatever the case is, anti-Amalek, that'll get them to stop. That's going to get them. But guess what? We're going to keep going and going until we just can't no more. See?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. And this is what it got them mad and you know, got they pennies in the bunch, so to speak. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, which is Jake, man, the Israelite man, before the face of such as has afflicted him and made no account of his labors, doing slavery and all the countless times Esau had played Jake, man, out of you know, for free labor, you know, sharecropping, all this, man. Like the Lord gonna require all that, man. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And right, what is Esau seeing? He's seeing a lot of these chariots, man, a lot of these pilots, man, they got these stories that they've been told to keep a lid on, don't tell nobody, don't make no videos about it, but they end up leaking it anyway, because the Lord put the spirit on them to talk about it anyway. Because why? That's showing Esau's demise, man. That's how he's going to be taken out, through those chariots, man. And the Lord is going to put the spiritual power on certain Jakes, man, to dig in and indulge in this sacrifice, man, which is going to be of Esau Edom. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometime in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. And that's what they think of us, man. They think, oh, they're just gonna die. They're just gonna, no, they're gonna be brought back, man, to take part in your downfall, man. You know? How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? You see? And really, verse 1, man, the righteous man standing in great boldness, man, that flabbergasted them. One of Esau word, that flabbergasted them. You know, they amazed at that. Like, how is we putting all this hell on them? We got all these inner workings in their communities, in their food, their music. We doing all these things to keep them confused and to stay on top with our foot on their neck. How do they, you know, find some type of be able to muster up enough courage and enough bravery, enough to come out here on these highways and byways, man, and talk and speak against us, man. And it's because it's the spirit of the Lord, man.
That's right. It's like I said, it's a display of faith, and it's absolutely unacceptable in the world of Satan. When Satan is coming to claim this world as his, he can't have even a speck of faith around, because he know that can grow. He know that when light comes in, the darkness just fades away. You know, it's not the other way around. So when they had this plan, they didn't plan on this. They didn't plan on us. But Yahweh planned on them doing what they did. So now here they are at the very last end of setting up their new world order, and then we got those pesky prophets out there teaching and prophesying against us, and waking everybody up to the true fact that we are the Edomites, and that the real Jews are the black, and that we're trying to take this land over, and it's not biblical prophecy, but we saying it is, but they saying it's not. You know, they're telling the truth of the matter that it's not. They're shedding the light on us. And I hope the Lord reveal Esau's skirt all the way up to his thigh before he brings this man down.
Right.
Really do, man. These devils are responsible for everything, man. Especially Amalek. A lot of people don't really know. It's a reason why they move with fear like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, if people actually, if countries knew what they were responsible of, they would have to hide underground, man. They would have to.
They practicing already.
Yeah. They know we have to get those laws passed because of what they're guilty of, what we're guilty of, and people found out what they could do to us. Because you're surrounded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. Amalek, people calling out Amalek and everything, because Amalek's behind us. Here you're passing a law, and it says what? LGBT, hate speech, and anti-Amalek. Why is that thrown in there?
Right, them two.
Right, because you're the one responsible for it. That's what this is all about, is a push for anti-Amalek. You know?
Yeah, they have the pinnacle of every damn tragedy that you can think of, man. You know?
And then the times that we're coming into, the parable that Yahweh went into about those seeds and the four soldiers, man, you definitely gonna see what kind of Israelites gonna be in that thing, man. You got Israelites that's going to be joined to the hear the word, but when the persecution comes, they're like, ah, hell no. I didn't know Esau was gonna come down like that. He was warned, okay? Why you think Yahweh Shai got his prophets on the highways and byways, man? He warning you, man. We was warned, okay, that this devil's gonna come down like that, man. Like, we picture this shit, man, okay? Every bad thing you can imagine can happen, it's gonna happen, okay? You know, so it's more of the time when we got this grace period, we should be trying to build up our faith, man. Okay? Because our faith right now ain't where it need to be. That's why you gotta pray to the Lord and ask for more faith. That's why the scriptures say knowledge and wisdom and understanding should be the stability of thy times. Okay? And that all ties in with faith. Okay?
I was saying too, to add, these people, especially Jake, they don't think Esau is capable of the evil that he is, man. That's they do not want to see him for what he is, man. You know, and what do Jake be realizing when Esau is the epitome of evil? When they caught in that snare, and you can't do nothing about it then. You know, that's the only time when they caught Esau, they gave him 99 years for you know, stealing out of store or something, or, you know, for defending themselves against an attack. You know, it could be, Jake could be righteous. But that's when they see Esau is the devil that he is, when he give him 99, 100 years, 200 years for doing something that's righteous, man.
How many years?
You done, brother?
Kind of.
This is Isaiah 10:1. It reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And like the brother was saying, whether it be at a federal level or whether it's at the state level or city level or county level, you know, especially when it comes to Jake, especially at the city and county level, you may have a little bit more say-so. What goes on in your neighborhood or your district, you might have a little bit more say-so. But when you're talking about legislative branches, the federal government, what you don't understand, you vote for a certain person or a certain party because you like the way they fucking teeth look or whatever the fuck it is that you like about them. But see, you don't understand, as the saying goes, that the devil is in the details of a bill. And you don't read a whole bill. You just listen to an excerpt that they may give to you, 10 minutes of reading a bill or telling you what they want, and it sounds good to your ear, but you don't understand what the next 672 pages contain.
Right.
Okay,
Right,
because your
right.
lazy ass is not going to read it. You see,
And they
and
know
they
that.
know that.
Mhm.
They know that you will not keep up with what they're doing. Why you think the tax laws change every year? That you can't keep up with, right? And these are outside people. To get to your point about them being the devil, You know, the IRS is not a federal institution. Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with the so-called federal government. All right, that's not a mystery. Everybody should know that by now, right? You got the so-called Federal Reserve. It's not part of the federal government. You should know that by now. So I'm not saying anything that nobody should know. Okay, shouldn't know, that is. Okay, so though you may think that you're getting what you want, no, in their eyes, they're going to do something to keep you, like the brother said, in a trap and in a gin, in a snare. Okay?
Yeah, right. That's the plan. And what they're doing now is moving towards digital currency. And they're going to sell you a convenience, but what you're not seeing is that it's going to be an additional step to your transaction. Not only are you going to be able to just swipe your badge and swipe your chip, however you do it, you can still buy, it's the same thing. But what they don't tell you, what you missed was the additional step, a part of that. Meaning, before the bank clears it, the central bank clears it.
Right.
They oversee it.
That's right.
So you might say, well, what's the big deal? What's the big deal is if they say you bought too much meat for the month, you can't purchase that pack of ground beef because you bought too much for the month. We think you go to Michael's and stuff, it's suspicious. We're gonna block that glue. What you get this glue for? You know what I'm saying? So you might be like, what? Like, yeah. So now it's regulated. So now your bank is now being overseen by the central bank. You understand? So that's how they get you. They get and every piece of bill that passes, a piece of your privacy is taken from you.
Right.
They don't want you to have no freedom. That's what the new order is. You have no freedom. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You will live in 15-minute cities. You don't need to go any further. If you do, you need permission. You know what I'm saying? If you want to travel, you got to what you try to travel for. You need to stay right here. They even got underground shit going on. What you need to come up for? We got everything you need out here. This is what they're working on. This is real life, right? But this is gonna be sold to you as a convenience. When's the last time you actually got a victory over these people? Everything's permanent, man. Next time they do another lockdown, they're actually trying to do away with the religious exemption.
Right.
So that means the little people who did have a victory, which was really us, they're gonna be like, now we gotta take that away too. You gotta take that away. You guys can't keep using that, okay? You can't use the Bible. You need to be on one accord, herd mentality, right?
The one that's having no leverage in that day either.
You can't use the scriptures, period.
Like I remember I said I had a vision about another lockdown happening. It was like a breaking news on people's phones, on TVs and stuff like that. And hey, everybody hip to you damn devil's bullshit now, man. There was a lot of people in the vision that I had. They were like, here they go with this bullshit again, man. People know, man. People know what you finna do, man. That damn devil Bill Gates came out and said we need to be prepared for the next pandemic, man.
Right after this one, that did happen.
That the next one's gonna hit everybody's surprise.
Shit, how you know?
And all we can tell you people is it's not a coincidence. Whatever they say is going on, whatever bodies dropping, people getting sick, it's not a coincidence. Okay, this is all planned. That's all we can tell you.
Matthews 2. This is Matthews 10 and 23. I'm starting 23. And it says, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. But verily I say unto you, ye should not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple and he that be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they had called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
Right, and Beelzebub means Lord of the Flies. Right, basically Satan. Now, in today's world, the worst thing you can be called is a terrorist. They've already established that when you hear that word, it's supposed to strike fear into people and to have people think one thing, that they can all universally agree that this guy's a problem. He's a threat to the people. So being an Israelite, pretty much, eventually you're going to get labeled a terrorist. They're already using words to slowly connect you to that. If domestic
prophecy.
extremism, doom, hate speech. You know, if they can link you to being anti-Amalek, they can link you to being a potential domestic threat physically, which you can be labeled terrorist. That's how they're linking all this. But guess what? You go back to their playbook. Back in their playbook, they already said that if a certain opposing party gets too much of a nuisance, just label him anti-Amalek or a terrorist or whatever it is. And eventually, it'll drown out what he's saying, and everybody will agree. It's a part of their plan. That's what this whole thing about. That's why you're getting criticized. They're even criticizing their own people. What's that guy's name? Norville, whatever name. Who is Amalek? They're accusing him of being an anti-Amalek, and he's Amalek. See what I'm saying? And they saying your father, you hate your father. You just hate him. That's all they can say. Is you bring up truth. You hate us. You hate us. You hate us. That's their method. They can't deal with the facts. They just have to throw out that and hope that enough people say, yeah, you're right. We don't have to listen to him. That's exactly what women do. So eventually the truth they're like, okay, we got to stop people from talking. And it's even at the point now that if you criticize this state of Israel, they label you as anti-Amalek. So saying preaching for lives for Palestinians can be looked at as you hate Amalek.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. So basically they're saying we gonna do whatever we want and you can't say nothing. And that's why scripture says, somebody get this, Revelation 17, you shall hate the Lord. Because it's starting to happen now. Because these motherfuckers think that they can do whatever they want and claim whatever they want, and the world just gotta stop and accept it. Right. Oh man, the beast is starting to say, look, hey, talk to America, you tripping. Okay?
Really?
Because the only nation that's got that state of Israel doing what it's still doing is the state of America. This is the only place that's backing them up.
Right, and to land back off you, a lot of these Edomite Americans, man, they are pissed about that shit. Like, why are we sending them all this money? And the more we dig, the more we figure out that they at the pinnacle of a lot of this bullshit that's going on. And we can't get taken care of like they getting taken care of. So it's everybody is against this agenda, man. Like
Right.
it's just leading to everybody start figuring it out and taking action, man.
And the only people it's benefiting is the elites. Because like the brother said, it's affecting the everyday American.
If I may add it, kind of going back what the brother was saying earlier, back in 1776, the government was already infiltrated by Amalek. And since then, it's only been the top, like, I don't know if y'all brothers seen that one post where they had all the top people, all of them with Amalek in the government.
Yeah.
The United States government has already been infiltrated, like he said, back from 1776.
Yeah.
And that's why all our resources, when they talk about Revelation, they shall sweep up in the book of Revelation. That's what they're talking about. They're going to take all our resources.
Amalek already got this bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna infiltrate all aspects of this motherfucker.
It all goes back to Esau Edom. That's why what it's called,
83.
83.
So you're talking about all the enemies?
Yeah.
Trying to save you free.
You have to show you that before? You get Acts 14 and 20.
You need to drop Revelation?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You starting at the top?
Yeah, that would happen right there.
This is Revelation chapter 17, and verse 1. And it reads, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
You know the verse? Further
Oh,
down.
Con. You want me to straight drop to
Ye shall hate the Lord.
Con.
Because I don't know what it was. I forgot. It was the golden something or something like that. I think it's something about a piece of land or something. But the EU went on TV and said, now just for the record, we want to say that America said that this particular was the goat or something. I forgot. They said that this land belongs to the state of Israel, and we want to make it clear that we do not acknowledge that belongs to Europe, right? So basically, you just got singled out, you know. And they like, look, I represent Belgium, represent this state, represent that state. We want to let them know we ain't with what they just said. We acknowledge that place as Europe, and we also want to make it clear that it is an international crime to try to go over there and do some shit. You know, basically they threw the threat out there. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, let's say somebody threaten me or whatever. I go public and I say, look, I ain't got nothing to say on the threats, but what I will say, strapped at all times, motherfucker ready, bam, bam, boom. So I'm basically throwing it out there like, you try something if you want. That's basically what the EU just did to the US, you know? Right.
Yeah, kind of. This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns, I'll start at 15 real quick. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitude and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
That's right. So eventually, which those 10 horns represent the these countries that was originally part of NATO, okay, and the EU. All right, NATO at one point started off with just 10 nations. At one point they had 10 flags. And now there's a whole bunch. You can't even remember how many. But guess what? Sweden just joined. And we know what that means. Big Sweden, okay? The MOTV.
And over there in Sweden, they got the MOTV.
Yeah.
That's where the big influence going to come in.
Well, Sweden doing it. We might as well implement it for all the. Well, that's what exactly going to happen.
Yeah, got people. I don't think it's mandatory yet,
Okay.
but I think a lot of people do have it.
Yeah,
Kind of like work and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you got. It's like it, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say over there, I think it's so common. It's kind of like standard, kind of like how we got Apple Pay and debit cards and all that stuff over there. I think it's kind of like a expected thing. Like everybody, so many people have it that all of the businesses might as well implement it.
And
well.
the clubs and shit, like raves and shit, you gotta have to get into them shit.
Right.
Sweden demonic as hell, man. I seen a video where they raved. It was just like a big ass Megatron, like big half the size of that building in a big ass building, and it was just evil as hell. And it was like hundreds of thousands of people at that motherfucker. I'm just like, wow, like. So yeah, they on it first, man.
This is all real. And the plan is complete control over you and everything. So that's why the whatever you think is logical that should happen, anything's gonna happen. This is Babylon the Great. So you'll be like, look, the common sense should tell you that you should do things this way. It's not gonna do it that way. This is Babylon the Great.
Like everything is already backwards here. So, man, it don't get no more simpler than that.
And you won't be able to make sense out of what's coming that past. You talking about the immigration and how they just able to come over here, get visas, get jobs, get homes, and you can't, right? And you've been struggling, you can't. It's not supposed to make sense.
That's right. And remember when I was in college, I did a presentation on like our borders being open and all that. And then like the teacher basically like cussed me out like, oh yeah, like that information is false. Now look at the hell happened. Like you dumb fat bitch. Like that was you said what? God. Yeah, like oh dumb fat bitch. Yeah, she was married to a Edomite woman. It was a quote unquote proper nigger woman. Right, which I don't know what's worse, them or the regular Keishas. I don't know. All of them bad, It's like you got different forms of ease. You know, it's like having a different form of snake, but the poison do something different to you.
You got Big Shirley, that's Big Wanda.
Right, yeah, so shit, look what happened now. You know, come to find out that Barack Obama is part of the Alphabet Rainbow Coalition. Okay? Because, you know, I mentioned him. So yeah, hey, she didn't like that. Because she was one of those nigga women that they got duped into believing that this is the Lord and Savior. You even had the dude Jamie Foxx talking about my Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. You know? Like, nah, bro.
Right, so the Lord said that it's good that we should suffer as the master. The Lord was labeled all kinds of things, evil things, only doing good things. You understand? So we're going to do the same thing. And like the brother said, just like the parable, you had some that's going to get offended for the word. A lot of men don't really understand what they're involved in, but when they start going to work, because you got a lot of Israelites, women too, who want to be Israelites in America. They think they could be Israelites, wear the fringes, and love you. Well, wait till you start going on the job, and then they start to isolate your stupid ass and start to say, well, look, we watch the news, and all you Israelites. Apparently, no, I'm not. I love Edomite. That's not what the news is saying. Right. The news is saying that you guys are anti-Amalek.
Hey, I wish my job would say some shit like that. I'm like, man, I've been dying to tell y'all motherfuckers this for the longest, man. Yeah, I had the scriptures on standby, like in the car. You know?
And then you're gonna have people that's gonna drop it. They're gonna take the fringe. Nope, that's just not me. Because they honestly think, no, I could be an Israelite and be alright. So they're coming for you. And if you're wearing your fringes and all, not saying it's a sin or anything like that, but you putting a target on your back. So they're gonna be able to isolate you and take you in. Because they're gonna say, look, fringes, what? Of course, they're just gonna be drones. These cops are just gonna be drones. Our paper tells us that we had a briefing. If you're an Israelite, you're anti-Amalek, you hate whatever, we can search you. You're dangerous, you're a threat. Yeah, they're gonna be able to isolate you just because you're a Jake. Are you gonna get offended? A lot of Israelites gonna get offended.
Hey, and it's like, bro, hey, and everybody see it too. You know, hey, don't think for a second that these Edomites don't know the Hebrew Israelites. You know, especially like Edomites that do like research. Like, you know damn well that they came across like Israelite came in one fashion.
I was gonna say too, like the brother said, it put a mark on you because you don't know if these Edomites coming up with plans, you know, that they know you an Israelite and having your fringes on, they could plot out something and you thinking they being friendly and all this, but really the whole time they just setting you up to take you down.
And you got, I see over there saying they don't hate Edomite. You think Amalek gonna give a damn when that time comes? They already shivery and shaky as it is. They gonna find you as a threat, you know. But that's the thing. When Jake take backdoor deals, they think they untouched. You're dealing with the devil here.
He's gonna bite you still.
You still gonna get bit. Right. The devil still gonna. His ultimate plan is to throw your ass in the damn pit too. You just the last to go. You know.
Right.
Yes, you got to be ready to bear all the manner of evil that's gonna be. You gotta worry about your family. You might just get phone calls. I heard this about the Israelites. Ain't your son involved in that stuff? He, you know, this and all this other stuff. And that's why I would say y'all be mindful talking to any of your peers recently. If they just call you out the blue, asking about it. Just keep all scripture. You know, because for all you know, they could be setting you up. You never know.
Yeah, like, shit. Just hang up the damn phone. Cause the punk ass nigga didn't listen the first time.
So the persecution coming. You gotta be mindful. You gotta take it.
The devil might set it up. He might have it to the point where he putting bounties on our heads, man. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. You know, like excommunicado, John Wick. You know, like, yeah, this guy right here, if you turn him in, you get a $10,000 reward, 20,000, 40, whatever type of money.
Dead or alive. It don't matter.
17.
Shit, 21. But you know, that's when the Lord gonna lift up the standards. We say, bring it on. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 68. It reads, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord."
Insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. If you look up insurrection, it's basically like a militia movement, a target. Right? It says upon those that fear the Lord, not those who don't fear. This is a sect of people that's going to take it upon themselves to hunt down the Israelites, those who call themselves believers. All right? It's talking about us, the believers. All right? Keep going.
Said, verse 71, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire."
Right, so the Lord is telling us what to expect to come down the pipe. And that eventually, we're not going to be allowed to teach this truth anymore on the highways of byways. Trust me, we're going to be trying. Let's say if they got this exit out, we might go across the street or something. They might catch us over there, tell us to shut down, pack it up, whatever. You know, we're gonna be trying because this is in our spirit, but then eventually we're going to accept, okay, the spirit is saying that's enough, that's enough.
The Lord gave us a taste of the loop, man. Like,
Yeah, we got,
what to expect.
you didn't know we used to teach in the loop. They got us the hell out of there, man.
By
Made up-
deal. Yeah, they wrote up a fucking decree on us, man.
Some
It was so
BS.
silly, man. We like, all right, man.
So we just shook the dust off our feet there, and the Lord brought us here. So we can already know what's coming to pass. The Lord went through it, and the disciples went through it, so we got to go through it. You know, and then eventually, like I said, brothers' channels getting strikes taken down and things like that. So it's gonna be a matter of time before they start shutting brothers' channels down. You know, it's already hard to manage a channel as it is, just teaching the word.
Man, slip up all the time.
You know, I probably took out like 50 or 100 videos of mine just in the past 6 months. Just teaching the word is a problem.
Yeah, they've been going back 5, 6 years ago, fucking delete channels and shit. Like,
Putting that AI to work. You know?
in verse 21. And the reason when they had preached the gospel to their city and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra and to Iconium and Antioch, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right, so he exhorted them and said, by much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So these moves to ban these laws and to put Christians in jail for teaching the word and all that other stuff, that's just to move on us. That's really who they're trying to stop us. They're really trying to, they got to stop the Bible as a whole. Because like I said, the Bible can't speak for itself. They got to stop the people who's teaching the Bible, truth, by the way. Because they can buy out Christian pastors in 501c3ers.
As they've been doing.
As they've been doing. But those like ourselves who come out and we exercise our so-called First Amendment, right, to teach the Bible, it's going to become taken away. You know, basically, like somebody made a poster that said, "Welcome to America, you have freedom of speech, restrictions apply."
Good.
Meaning what? You can't say this, that, or that. But you have freedom, but you don't have freedom. That's what they're telling you. They said you have freedom, but you don't have the freedom to spread hate speech, to spread misinformation, lies. You know, they're gonna be like, look, we have people who break down the Bible. Amalek is not the small act. You're violent, you're angry. We have fact checkers. You gotta listen to the fact checkers. The fact checkers say, no, you're spreading misinformation. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that want to control everything. That's what it's coming down to. And believe it or not, they might shut the apps down. Because we thinking, well, hell, at least we got the apps. You don't think they already know that they can go out to the apps too?
They trying to shut down TikTok, man. You know his brother's on TikTok, man.
Of course, how can we forget that? They coming at the TikTok. You wanna know why? Because right now, TikTok is say whatever the hell you want.
And it targets a demographic of the youth too. A lot of the youth is using TikTok mainstream over Facebook and all this other stuff.
And the damn devils, I got so mad when I saw this, but the damn devils possessed man by Moab. And they decided to work with Amalek to stop the anti-Amalek. I got so mad. I was like, fuck. I said, but you know what? It's proper. Them damn devils, them snakes, boy, they make sure they get their hands on every goddamn thing, man. They somehow infiltrate that shit. And them damn Moabites, let them do it.
Like this shit, RT News got fucking infiltrated as well, too, man.
That used to be the channel right there.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Waiting on Undisputed.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, they got their 100 houses. They must know it ain't gonna make it to October.
Yeah, man.
Fucking March, October, for what, the next 7 months?
He's trying to build a big ass project.
And so, hey, the apps might go down. That's gonna suck. Hey, that's why I got a few Bibles, you know, like the concordance. That's basically an offline blue letter. You got to do everything about manual. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the scripture talk about. I'll find that for Maccabees. I think it's chapter 1, the book burning. See, that's also in the his scriptures too. That's in the history too.
Burning the book.
Burning the book. You know. I think it's chapter 1. Because yeah, they could take the app down. They know Blue Letter is probably the most used site. That's because of us. And that's why somebody give me Psalm 19. Because people watch our videos, and when we say like the internet was invented for us, really the word of the Lord created the internet. Because you know you got people who crafty with making videos, memes and stuff like that, and it should be funny, right? You know, and then you'll have always somebody in the comments that say this is what the internet was made for, you know, for entertainment or whatever. We're here to tell you, no, the internet was really created for this purpose here, to teach this word, to teach the word of the Lord. That's what the internet was. Well, how could you guys be so self-centered to think that? Because it's the truth. Because with this same internet, who's the number one target that they want to stop? Us. Those who teaching the word, the Israelites.
And you got many other different channels too. You know, even Alex Jones, which you know we believe Alex Jones is an insider anyway. But like with them, like they've been saying all type of stuff about the vaccinations and all the inside jobs and about the small head people. They didn't get taken down. You know, hey, Alex Jones still got a platform. Right? But yeah, like it's us who they want.
The first Maccabees burning the book.
Yeah, it's 56.
Yeah. I was gonna start at verse 49. Or you want
just get the point.
Okay. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 56. And it says, and when they had written in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them in the fire.
Right. So that's what a book burns. So that's recorded in the scriptures. They did that when the Greeks ran up on us. So they could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If buying a Bible will raise the same alarm as buying a firearm, it's only a matter of time before they get taken off the shelves. It's only a matter of time. Because what kind of shit is that? You know, you buy a firearm that raises an alarm, but if you buy a Bible that raises an alarm, what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Let you know that the scripture is, hey, it's true, man. Piercing, Yeah, kind of.
2 ways forward. So your arm got to take you in. You want to buy it. You know?
I got it on.
And if they're going to stop the physical purchase, obviously they're going to stop the apps.
Yeah.
So they may stop the apps. You know what I'm saying? That's going to fuck us up. Then all of our videos going to have to be manually. I mean, you
Hey,
know,
we
by
used
the
to
book.
do it, you know what I'm saying?
Like they
we used to do it.
You know, that'll suck.
Just imagine, you know, you get pulled over by the cop and they searching the car, they find the Bible. They're like, sir, step out the door.
He's got a Bible.
They're going like the damn cop that starts shooting everywhere with the damn acorn hit the damn car and
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
man. Hey, he hit the other officer and shit, man. That shit is crazy.
Psalm 19, you asked for? Okay. This is Psalms 19, starting at the first verse. It says, the heavens declare the glory of God's power, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right, that's all about the internet.
Okay, Psalm 19, starting at the top, it says, the heavens declare the glory of God's power, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttered speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right, and that goes into the satellite. And the satellite reflecting, right, the signal so that I can watch something on the other side of the world live, just like vice versa. So this word is being taught live. And it's being taught live. And you got so much you can't keep up with all these videos. You know? And so that's how much this truth is going out. And the scripture tell you the body is being edified every step of the way. So somebody's going to be doing a video lesson on Hebrew, somebody's going to go over prophecy, somebody's going to go over history, and it's going to edify the body, and that's how the spirit works. And in the end of it, all of it is prophecy. And prophecy teaches all. Prophecy is how all may learn. So you have to actually teach about the end of days and the end of days, so that everybody may learn. Well, what the scripture prophesying is a famine of the word. These laws is passing in the earth. You should already know why that is. It should not catch you by surprise. Man, it's just the devil. That's all it is. And Amalek's behind this shit. Don't forget. Amalek is behind that shit, man. It's still Esau Edom, but I want to highlight Amalek because they always try to hide in the dark. And here's another thing a lot of people don't know is that Amalek allows, part of Amalek's plan, their secret plan, is that in the end they want to be the only people on the planet that has a religion. That's their belief. Everybody else is engulfed in LGBT and all that stuff. They're the only ones that say what they are. Right? Because guess what? Immigration isn't allowed over there. They treat the Ethiopians like shit over there. But these are the same ones coming over here and saying y'all need to open y'all doors. You see, it's hypocrisy. Right? Part of their plan is to allow shame on Esau, their brother. That's why they can talk shit about Esau. They allow people to talk shit about Esau too. But that's a part of their plan. See, they want to hide in the shadows because they identify themselves as different. Just look at a job application. You'll have black, white, and then you have ish. Because they don't consider themselves Esau, even though they are. But they actually allow shame towards their brother. You see? So just because an Israelite group can go on camera and say, you know, Esau Edom, you know, so-called white man's the devil, but they got a 501c3, don't think that they're getting around anything. That's allowed. That's a lot of people don't get. When they make these movies, like they got some trash-ass movie being made to keep playing on the ad, pissing off Magical Negroes. Trash. You know, it's supposed to, again, make Esau Edom look bad. Why do you think they allow that? Because it makes Esau look, they allow that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna be able to talk about them. You can't do a video about them. You can make all the videos in the world about how Esau Edom is the devil and racist. Let's talk about Amalek and their involvement in the slave trade. Shut that shit down. Hell no, you ain't talking about us. See what I'm saying? So but they not slick. So, what's that, Psalm 83? Yeah, let's bring that up. What the scripture tell you, okay? I got it. All right. Here's the Revelation.
This is Psalms 83, 31. A song of Asaph. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek.
See? Edom, Amalek is Edom. But you see it, he highlighted Amalek again because Amalek operates, they try to operate separated from Esau and Edom, but they're Edomites too. They sit at the heart of all this wickedness. He pushed that law. He was the first one to do that. You understand? All that stuff sits at the heart of pedophilia. That goes back to them devils because it's in their Talmud. You know? They say that having sex with a girl underage, you're going to keep getting her period back. You're not going to follow. And having sex with a little boy isn't even sex, so that's nothing. That's what they say. That's in their belief system. That's why they have to remain behind, because you could just walk up to a school board and say, let's talk about the Talmud. So, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, here you go. You can't talk about that. Why? Because your belief system is fucking corrupt, man. That goes back to the Babylonians. You know what I'm saying? How can you call yourself the people when you... That's why vocab can never approach another camp, period. You've been outed. Come up here, I'm going to talk about Amalek. And I want you to condemn the state of Israel. Defend the Ishmaelites who you say you claim you love. You're not gonna do it, you know, because you're paid too. You're an Amalekite too. You know you are,
right?
You know, and I want to talk about the Talmud. So I got the quotes, and I want to see if you're gonna condemn what the quotes, because what they say is worse than what the Bible says.
Right? Yeah, because he don't want Great Millstone to know that he Amalekite.
He already said it. He said his father was German. So either you're teaming, guess who also came out of there? The national which are and I think you were Emperor.
Yeah, he
admitted that. I was gonna say he even admitted that he goes to their meetings, the ADL meetings and all of that stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. He's an Amalekite, and he know he's hated. He even came on my channel. I said you're hated, bro.
This is book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Right. Now, in the true context, that's talking about our people. But we apply that to Amalek today. Because they're the only people that deceive the whole world into believing what they are. And Amalek, we say, is the chief house of Satan. It's the chief house of Esau, Edom. And when you read the scriptures tell you that Esau, Edom is the devil. He's the worst. So Amalek is truly the worst of the worst. And truly, they are the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Why do you think they want to make sure the Bible can't be quoted? What they're so afraid of? They're afraid of scriptures like that coming out. They're afraid of the Bible condemning, like I said, the Talmud. They're afraid of their Bible because, first of all, they don't allow Christianity over. You could be a Christian over there, but you get spit on, attacked, and all that in the state of Israel. That's actually one of the most racist states.
Little children be doing this shit.
Yeah, little children. They spit on the ground when they see the cross.
I've seen them spitting. They hawking loogies on a woman while she walking up the street trying to talk to them. They got the straight going in on the spitting on the all type of stuff.
They supposed to be the people. They supposed to be the people. So you see, they don't like the Bible either because the New Testament condemns them. The existence of Yahweh Shai condemns it. You know what I'm saying? The true Lion of Judah. The third temple, the scripture talk about that, condemns them. They trying to build a physical temple. That ain't in the scriptures. So you see, you can go to the scriptures and prove y'all ain't the Lord's people. That's why they want to shut the scriptures down, man. They want to shut the scriptures down. You understand? And yes, we already know you're gonna come for us. We already know. And Vocab is gonna be the main one. He's gonna be leading the forefront. All right? Don't be surprised if you see his fat head on the microphone leading. I want to bring up the Hebrew Israelite. You know, because when you listen to his video, I don't understand how people aren't afraid of him. People should be concerned about it because we're no threat, motherfucker. Right. The only person that's losing sleep is you. Right. You know? That's because I believe you are Haman. Yeah. You know, you read the story, he just he lied on them. He had to lie on them. They gotta go. You know, all the while you want to be like us, you fucking imposter. Mm-hmm. Your music is trash, okay? You ain't got the spirit. You want to be like us, but you hate us, man. But you hate us.
Yeah, and the Lord hates your people. You know? So yeah. Right, because yeah, he trying to like get in good with Yahweh Bashim Shai. Like, little do you know that you are an Amalekite. I mean, like, if you want to get in good with us, shit, you gotta respect his people. Starting off with the prophets.
Well, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite because he calls himself an apologetic. But the word apologetic goes back to really defending Yahweh Shai. And that he rose on the cross, his resurrection. Right. Who the people today that denies his existence? Judaism. Do you have anything to say? No, you're a hypocrite. Right. You can never approach GMS ever. Okay? This whole thing you have exposed that you're the devil. So you just stand away now. You can go to Sicaria now. They lack understanding. Yeah, and they don't know what time we're in.
And they in that debate spirit. They can talk about some the words of Paul are not authoritative. Man. Like, nigga, are you crazy?
Man, I did a video and I did a couple videos, but each precept that I went into with Paul Wright, it show you clear as day that he was chosen to be an apostle, man, the top apostle, man. What are y'all talking about? It's there of God's elect.
That's right.
Like, how clear can it be, man? Niggas just don't want their deeds to be reproved, man, by Paul's writings, man.
It's plain hypocrisy. When a woman walks up, they go to 1 Corinthians 11. See, this is the order. The next 3 verses say, you can't have long hair. No, we ain't got to listen to it. We ain't got to listen to it. That's just Paul. We got to listen to that. What?
Right.
But when a Christian walks up, he goes right to Romans 9. See? What is you? Yep. You know?
Salvation is for the Jews, sister. Salvation is for the Jews, brother.
When dude left GMS to try to make us look bad, he went to Hebrews 6. I thought Hebrews wasn't what? Come on now. You know? Hypocrites. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5. I'm going to start at the top.
Yes, please.
Verse 1, it reads, Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
And that's happening right now. This land is basically barren of faith. It's barren of faith. And that's exactly how Satan wants it. You know? Think about it. He this is Satan's playground. He needs a land bearing of faith. He needs LGBT agenda to be the agenda. He needs Christianity, aka the Bible, to be obsolete, taken out the way. This is his time to make his move. You understand? And faith can't exist. If faith exists, that's a problem for his society. It is a problem. You know? He needs fear in him, not fear of the Lord, fear in him. The fear of the Lord is faith. Keep going.
Verse 2, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give her voice, so I can give his voice, and the people shall be troubled.
Right, so basically wonders. You know,
Right.
strange wonders. And that is what's going to trouble the people. Like we were talking about Leviathan, right? Why do people want to act like that's a thing? Why do people don't want to act like chariots are there? Or the eclipse is going to cover 7 or 5 places in America with the name Nineveh. We want to talk about that because then the people are going to be troubled. Because then you have to acknowledge the Heavenly Father's at work, the Heavenly Father's at play. And people don't want to acknowledge that because you know he's angry. And if he's angry, he ain't coming with nothing good, you know?
I like to talk about the Bible all the time, man. Like, I did a lesson on Godzilla. The inspiration of Godzilla came from Leviathan, man.
My top and it's gonna, because when you watch Godzilla, everybody loves him, right? Because he's such an amazing creature. That's really human imagination. The real thing, okay, is gonna outdo that. Will be 10 times worse, you know? And believe it or not, a lot of people think that's not possible. Can you believe that? They say, I just don't think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I mean, well, it don't matter, man. They don't think it's possible because they say the waters ain't that deep.
Shit, man, you crazy, man.
Just don't know.
They did a documentary and they were showing the different depths.
Yeah, I seen that.
All the oceans, man.
Yeah.
They even came out and said the Mariana Trench is not the only trench in the world that's that deep, man.
Man,
Other places
it
deep.
kept going like.
So Leviathan way deeper than that.
Because, you know, I watched the video, I think I shared it, but how some people, divers that died working on the world, because they have to explain it, right? When they're so deep underwater, you know, there's a phrase, there's a word for it, like, you can't come up too fast.
You can't come up faster than the bubbles. If not, you absorb too much carbon. Yeah.
Nitrogen.
Yeah. Because when you go down, the pressure, like those nitrogen or whatever, it's just like a gas. Something like that. No, it turns to solid. That's what it is. So as you come up, you have to go slow. You have to give time for those solids to turn the gas in your body to bring them out, like by way your lungs and your body and stuff. So how they died was they were so deep under there that, you know, they messed up the door, that when they opened the door, immediately the pressure, I think from when you on the surface of it, you had like, they say atmosphere 1, 0, something like that.
Yeah, every 33 feet is 1 atmospheric pressure.
And they was at 9. So in that one instant, they went from 0 to 9 in their body was exploded. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Showing you that the further you go down, humans, you can't fucking live down there. They have to have a whole goddamn setup just to go down there. You don't know how big the ocean is, man. You can't go down there, you know?
He only discovered, accordingly, he discovered 5%. You probably ain't even get that far, man.
That's right.
And guess what? This water's underneath the water.
Exactly.
So,
You got different salt levels,
yeah.
so you got different layers of creatures down there.
Right. And, you know, I like to talk about it all the time. Like, when you look at the old pirate maps, man, they got, like, these different creatures, and every single one of them had a big-ass serpent-like creature, like, taking down the ship, man. Every single pirate map. So you got to really understand, those pirates were seeing some shit back then, right? You know, so it's like, the scripture's not lying when, you know, newly created beasts, man. You know, especially the ocean. The ocean is its own world, man. You know?
But you see, that puts everybody's mind at ease to think, no, that ain't out there. The worst we know is the great white. And the orca.
But they just said what? Some was chomping them great whites in half.
I just shared a video from the History Channel. It got blocked. So basically they put like a tracker in like one of the big like a big great white shark, right? The great white shark got towed the fuck up, and they like what they happened to it, and then so you see the tracker like going. It just keep going and it just disappears.
Yeah, and like you know, yeah, orcas like killer whales. Yeah, they do eat great white sharks, but they don't go that damn deep into the ocean, man. That's something way more bigger and dangerous than a great white and a killer whale.
Remember when they sent that sonar down there, and they said it was a breathing pattern they was hearing,
Yeah.
like some breathing.
Hey, but then it shows you that when these wonders happen, it puts the people in fear.
Right.
People don't want to deal with that reality.
That's
like
right.
that eclipse. How come nobody wants to talk about the eclipse? Because it's gonna put people in fear. Because it's like, wait a minute, Nineveh. If you go to the Bible says that Nineveh's gonna be destroyed. Are we saying, could it be that Nineveh can also mean America? Yes, because scripture tell you Nineveh's a bloody city. You know? You keep going on that. I tell you.
You keep waiting for a rude ass.
Verse 6. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together, and the Sodomish sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places. The minstrous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right, so you're basically going to see the abnormal. The abnormal is going to be the new normal. Things are just going to be changing, and you can't make no sense of it. Right? Keep going.
Verse 9. And salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hid himself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
Yeah, wit shall hide himself. What's wit? That's short for wits, meaning wisdom.
Right.
Right? So right when things get worse, that's when the truth is going to hide itself. Wouldn't you think that that's the time that the truth needs to shine through? Well, the Lord is going to take it off the street. Okay? He's going to take the truth off the street. He's going to take the wisdom off the street. It's not going to be accessible. Right? This is like what do they say when they got liquidated sales? All things must go, and you don't know, but one day they're just gonna close the door. Right? It's gonna be locked. Only the person that knows when he's gonna shut it off is the manager. We'll go probably another week, and we'll go another week. But when the manager's ready, shut the doors in. That's how the truth is. You gotta get it now. Because right when things hit, right when shit gets the worst, that's when the Lord gonna say, that's it, I don't want my truth going out there. So what you gotta understand is, yeah, we out here teaching it, but it's gonna be a point in time where you're not gonna have access to the videos or us. Right? It's gonna happen. And the Lord is gonna make it clear, I don't want you to, unless we go into Ezekiel, right? Right. Because the Lord said for a point in time for Ezekiel, you're not going to be a reprover of these people. All right? You keep going.
Right. We'll start back at verse 9. He reads, finish it off. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. One land also shall ask another, and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? and it shall say no. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper.
Right? So the truth is going to be sought out after. Is righteousness that makes a man righteousness found in thee? No. So it's going to be looked for. The Most High is going to withdraw them to their secret places. All right? Just like Elijah and those prophets were hidden. They were hidden in caves. And the land just had to bear that famine for 3.5 years. So that's definitely coming, man. Again, this truth is only available for a short time as we speak, because it's up at any time the Lord can shut the door. What happened? One day people woke up and found out AT&T, especially on the east side, your phone don't work.
So it's like, what the fuck? Oh, we're trying to push shit.
So hey, some people, I think it happened this week or the week before, Facebook was down. The Facebook. I think it was one of those social
Last
media
week,
schools.
I thought a nigga hacked me. Nigga asked me for $5 on cash. I'm like, what? Then next thing I shit crazy. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker.
And I don't know if y'all saw the article I put in the chat. You know, like 5 or 6 different major government websites went down this week too, like the Secret Service, Homeland Security, and you know, all these major government agencies. Their websites got taken down for a period of time.
To learn back to the hospitals and these middleman companies that oversee people's medications went down. So a lot of stuff been getting hacked. People that have life sustaining medicines. Well, if these these companies who okay that for them to be issued this medicine, they got hacked. So it was like a lot of people wasn't getting their medicines that's life or death medicine. You know, so that happened twice this year. Matter of fact, it happened once at the end of last year and it happened this year. So it's like everything is getting, you know.
That's a part of the plan too. They want to push the scare of what? A cyber attack.
Yep.
They've already said it. Schwab already said it. But what happens if there's a cyber attack? So it's no coincidence that this stuff's happening. It's to push that fear. Everybody needs to be on board with the change. We told you this was gonna happen. Yeah, because you caused it.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it. So all it takes is when people can't access their social media and TikTok down and all that, a lot of these people gonna lose their fucking mind. Especially the women, because that's their whole life source right there. Social media. You know? A lot of Israelites gonna disappear too. They doing all this to be seen. When the camera stop rolling, they like, I'm a regular person. Yeah. You know, my act is over with. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Of course I don't eat pork.
Niggas gonna disappear like a cloud, man.
Hebrew Israelite. Of course I got friends that don't eat pork.
Now, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 24. Ezekiel 3 and 24, and it says, then the Spirit entered into me and set me upon my face and spake with me and said unto me, go shut thyself within thine house, but thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them, and I will make thy mouth cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, but they are a rebellious house. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, he that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house.
Right, so even what he did to Ezekiel was
James Bond and shit.
shut up his mouth where he could not speak. Because he said, well, you're not going to be able to do it. I don't even want you talking to them, telling them what's right or what's wrong, because they ain't going to listen. Just wasting your breath. So Ezekiel, for a point in time, chapter 33, he opened his mouth. He can only hit them with, thus said the Lord this, thus said the Lord that. That was it. If they, well, Ezekiel, tell me more about this and that, couldn't talk, couldn't speak to him. He may have wanted to, but the Lord said no. Showing you what, when the Lord don't want you to get this no more, you ain't gonna get it, man. And let's just say you, as one of us, managed to fight the barriers or whatever, we finally get to our family who want to hear the Most High can shut your mouth. Nope.
Forget what you was gonna say.
Then you be like, can't speak. And don't say it ain't possible, because the Lord did that a few times. He even did it to John's father. Couldn't speak till he was born. That's 9 whole months. Well, actually, 10. Wasn't, no, he was, I think she was like halfway already. So I may be mistaken. But a whole year basically, couldn't speak, 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And that's got to be a feeling. Just, can't say nothing. So Ezekiel at point, he was like, thus said the Lord, thus said the Lord. Ezekiel, can't say nothing. He's like, yeah, he can't speak. I can't speak. Because Ezekiel probably would break it down. The Lord said no. You understand? So when the Lord say no, the answer is motherfucking no. You understand? Right. He don't want you to get it. So the time's gonna come where you gonna want to get it, and the Lord gonna say no. He gonna block you off at every avenue possible. You know?
Yeah.
And let's say you do manage to find a prophet. You make time up, throw him in the trunk, whatever. He can't speak. Lord may say, you might disappear out the trunk time y'all get there. Like, no, man, you ain't getting it. You understand? So that's why you guys understand right now it's accessible. And there's a push to shut down the truth. Shut it down. But as we read, prophets have to accept. We have to accept that through much tribulation we're going to enter the kingdom. The prophets before us were beaten, they were thrown in prison, they were scourged, they were threatened. It's all going to happen again, man. And we need this to happen. So 2024 is going to be a big year. So the Lord is moving on this famine of the word. This week at least, was the talk of, the famine of the word possibly coming to pass real soon. Got anything else?
I want to add, brother I was talking to him just showed me New York City got the National Guard deployed out there for all the crime and shit. Them immigrants been beating the NYPD ass out there. So yeah, they probably gonna be the first 15 minutes city.
Oh, they already got that set up, bro. They've been had that set up.
Oh,
You got to have a pass somewhere in Manhattan just to go to certain places. They've been had that set up.
Anything sloppy. It's anything lower than 60th Street in Manhattan, I believe. That you have to have a pass, like you see these Easy Pass on the highway.
Yeah.
So it's something set up like that where you get fined if you go below 60th Street. You know what I mean? And you ain't got no business down there. That ain't where you live. All that kind of old bullshit.
Right.
You know, and that's coming to a city near you.
Right.
It's coming here. What do you think that thing over there is for?
So anywhere you go to any of these cities, you're seeing barricades set up like me and the brother was talking about. You see they got potted plants. You see they got bicycle lanes now everywhere you go. See, that's because they gonna stop you from traveling.
You done went to 4 lanes down to 1 lane.
Yeah.
You got crossings and you got barricades in the street.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
to set up the blockade, so you got to pay in order to go further, in order to come back, all that.
I was just telling the brother, got car hell going on. Looking at the information with these bikes, they're being so popular, but at least in Florida, they're starting to ban on them if somebody got killed. And the people who are enthusiasts about it know that this is just a step for them to start regulating that and more control over that.
Right.
Probably say, oh, now you need insurance. Ride a fucking bike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which
Man.
means more control,
You know,
which means you need a tag, which means you got to go to the DMV. Right now, if you can get a bike, you ain't got none of that shit. You
motherfuckers
just-
charge taxes, property taxes on having a fucking bicycle.
Yep.
You can just, you know,
Hey,
$200
and
insurance.
And the bikes is like $1,500 for these
Yeah.
the bikes they coming out with now.
Yeah.
Hey.
shit, they
because
gonna
they-
tell you get your, I'm sloppy, bro. I mean, that's just another thing to tell you this motherfucker's the devil. You know, you can't even use the bicycle you had when you was 18 or, got out your grandpa's garage. Motherfucker is too old to be on the street. You know what I mean?
like they did
You need an
80.
inspection on your bicycle.
Yeah.
You gotta get that shit registered.
Where's your registration? Hey, they making a move on the apps. You know what I'm saying? People making money off their apps, making their own money. They ain't gotta be no W-2s, no none of that. Of course, Esau won his beat. You know, they already make the moves on Cash App and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a real young state.
Yeah. They already making these moves, man. Esau, he done won his piece, man.
Tax statement.
So you looking up other options. Esau already working
Bike got
on
bad
it. You know,
missions.
anything that they can't regulate, they like, we gotta get our hands in this. So at least in Florida, they started to ban on the bike, and the people know like this is just the beginning of them trying to control, what's gonna happen. But they made good points though. They was like, okay, she died, she wasn't wearing a helmet. Like, what about car crashes? Do you ban cars if somebody dies? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, they like, nope, we don't care. So they're gonna be like, are they safe? Is it safe? Are you allowed to drive? You going 10, 15, 20 miles at most. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they want. They want to control everything. They coming after the app-based job. People who can make their own business, with the apps, they coming after that too.
The new law go in effect tomorrow.
Illinois.
Yeah, no, a federal law saying that all independent contractors need to be treated as regular workers. So let's say if you got your own truck, or you do Uber, or you do Instacart, they got to treat you as a regular worker. Okay? I don't know how they're gonna work out the insurance end part of the deal.
Tax the hell out of her.
Right, but here's the thing: these people that they're trying to use as contract workers, trying to treat them as regular employees, these people got things invested. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big uproar about it.
Because if you're considered an employee, you got to fill out some W's, which means now we see everything. You know what I'm saying? And now we got to get our people. They're trying to make it to where you can't do nothing without this devil seeing it. He's that leopard. He's a damn snake.
God, this is Revelation 13, verse 5. And it says that there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh, to blaspheme the name in his tabernacle and them that dwelt in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life, and a lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Right, that's America. 2 horns like the lamb is the Democratic and Republican Party. The lamb just represents a soft, docile appearance, harmless appearance, but he speaks of the dragon, meaning that's his real intent, things he's going to pass, legislation, draconian, the lockdown, etc. So the squeeze is being made upon us and upon Jake, and upon the people too. The squeeze is being made. So he's passing legislation, the law is just more of a squeeze on everybody. No more breathing room. They're trying to, like the serpent that got his prey caught, you know, in the chokehold. It's just gonna keep squeezing. Y'all got anything else? Anybody have statements? All right, so with that, we'll give our praises to you.
Howard by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakwadash.
Shalom and a Baba.
Baba Ball.